Welcome once again to another episode of our Heroic Imagination Project as we delve into the experiences of those victims pretending that they were criminally accosted, assaulted, and whatnot as they seek out their own heroes in their own babble of non-solution solutions. Please enjoy.
The conversation is ridiculous. If you had any self-awareness and knowledge of your own psychology, you wouldn't even be here right now, let alone up on here criticizing me, embarrassing yourself. Everything you're saying is nonsensical and unreasonable.
Then why are you so intentional to cut me off every time I try to share my perspective, and yet you keep asking for it, but you don't want to hear it?
Because you're very boring and you have no self-awareness, and me dressing you down is, like you said, entertaining for others. There's about 130 folks laughing at you right now.
What am I not aware of?
You're not aware of your entitlement. You're not aware of your ridiculous, inflated sense of self, where you're going to tell me what my responsibility is coming on here to broadcast and taking voluntary contributions when you probably don't have a channel and do nothing, as somebody just gave me $20. So thank you. I'm glad you come on here, because folks like you, when you come on here, you have the opposite result. You make people start reaching into their wallet and going, here's another few bucks just to piss people like this off.
You just want to continue to operate on under your assumptions and presumptions, just like the government, or do you want to actually talk about the facts?
I questioned you. I questioned you, and you answered, and the answers are clear.
You're not willing to hear the facts. You just want to continue to make assumptions and presumptions to solidify your argument.
Hey, how about this one? How about this assumption and presumption?
It's just a one-way road. It's just a one-way road, and that's all.
How about this assumption and presumption?
This country is founded and built on skepticism. I mean, you got to be really skeptical of those trying to control the information coming in and going out.
So now I'm controlling information. This is all a voluntary interaction. Everybody comes here on their own time, and I'm controlling and censoring information. I'm a gatekeeper.
You asked for my perspective, and yet you refuse to let me give it.
Because let Moonbags give him a presumption and assumption. Lucifer is a loser. He can't spell loser, but he still understands the concept. Lucifer is a loser, and that's true. I have a few more here if you'd like to hear them. Interesting how we all seem to come to the same conclusion.
I don't get it validated by anonymous people in a YouTube comment section. That doesn't.
Well, I'm not anonymous. I'm not anonymous. You know who and what I am. I'm the guy you come and follow every day because I have.
Guy comes and follows every day, and here we are a year on, and Lucifer Mitchell is still clinging on. He's still looking for that validity in this anonymous environment, as he still makes continuously false accusations of other people committing frauds and making him a victim, as he stands up as a hero for everybody else, trying to point out how other people on this metaverse are victimizing other people and can't bring a shred of proof. Not one.
I have great knowledge and I'm entertaining. You just said that.
There's a lot of tribalism that goes on, people that want to be a part of something. So there's a lot of people that will kiss your ass even if you killed someone.
Sure, maybe they would, but I haven't. So why are you here disparaging me? I'm far
wanting so much to do with something that he's still here again a year on because he has nowhere else to go.
From killing people. Why are you here disparaging me?
How did I disparage you?
How did you disparage? Fascinating. Do you have anything else to add to this conversation?
Yeah, I have plenty to add to it, but it seems like you don't want to hear it.
Okay. Well, hey, maybe Ken and Billy, you guys can take over for a few minutes, unless I decide I can't take any and people start leaving immediately. I'm gonna just let you. Maybe you can question him. Maybe you can be like my interpreter. I might be a little too passionate right now. Maybe I got caught up.
That's fair.
Well, I want to know why is he spewing bullshit What's the bullshit? What if I want to come on here and listen to him because I like what he has to say? There's no one's twisting my arm.
Okay, so
don't people have a freedom
to
their own
clarify
thoughts?
my perspective on that is, you know, he does do a lot of satire and joking around, but he's not like presenting these sort of solutions. You know, he has a pretty good grip on what's wrong, and that's what I see. I see him coming.
And he's not showing solutions. If you look at this man's videos, his solution is interacting with people in the most particular and honest manner and not allowing anybody to put forth their bullshit. That is the solution. And if you cannot see that and you need a deeper, in-depth study on that, then I suggest you go study. Instead of harassing a man that is showing you repeatedly, time and again, the solution, and yet those without eyes to see and without ears to hear keep coming back looking for the solution that he's plainly putting out. It's called integrity, honor, loyal, honesty, truth, nothing less.
Coming here to talk about what's wrong. You know, so what I call that is basically being a disclosure agent, and I think that.
Okay, so what solutions do you have that I also have or don't have that I'm not presenting? You're here now. You have the floor. You can give all the solutions that I failed to give because I'm here profiteering off controversy. Go ahead.
Okay, let me give an example to that. So, you know, the conversation, the topic of like on rights and American state assemblies, you know, American state nationals has come up obviously multiple times, and you seem to intentionally gloss over it.
You know why I gloss over it? You know why I gloss over it? Because the American Nationals have been deemed to be a terrorist organization. And while I've worked with them and used certain documentation, I can't fully be confident enough to put out that information to these viewers and possibly get them killed or put in prison.
That's a very, very basic foundation of everything we should be doing. It goes to the principle of not casting pearl before the swine. You don't give somebody information that they can't use appropriately, because then they go out and become a terrorist or be labeled a terrorist, and then all of a sudden they're pointing their fingers back at you for telling them the information that got them labeled as a terrorist. Now you're the actual terrorist. So it is a matter of responsibility with the information and not just throwing it out there like people want you to. It's pathetic. Everybody wants somebody else to be their hero while they act like a hero for everybody else. It's time to grow up and realize that the information that you're trying to discern as to whether it's being true or not is not the information that you put out there for other people's solutions. You put your actions out there as the solution for other people, because your actions will always speak louder than words, and the words will always be misconstrued, and you can always be dispositioned by ad hominems such as a terrorist. Learn the reality of the language is that the dispositioning happens by all the different nouns that they call you, all the different ad hominems that are so easily placed upon somebody because their actions won't show anything other than that if they don't have those actions to prove otherwise. So again, the solution is not in the words or the text or the being a national assembly or anything like that. It's a matter of your actions, period. Plain and simple. People need to grow up and start being responsible for yourselves. And with that, folks, we bid you adieu with another segment of our Heroic Imagination Project. Thanks for joining. May God bless. Have a good day. Bye now.